2. Come home to Ascension Living.
This, as I'm sure you know, is a pretty busy theater season around here, and a lot of the productions are these big, bold musicals taking the stage. But Chattanooga State is inviting you to a very intimate performance called Tiny Beautiful Things. These are 2 of only 4 cast members in the show. Bethany Paulson, Abby Engel join us this morning, so thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
We were sitting in my office earlier before we came in here to the studio, and y'all were trying to explain to me about this show. And the truth is, it's a bit complicated. Maybe, Bethany, it's complicated because it's really about life.
Yeah.
So this is a true story.
It is.
Based on a true story, anyway. So there was a column called Dear Sugar, You Play Sugar.
I do.
This was a internet column based, like an online column, Abby?
Yes, it was an online column. People just write about their everyday problems, and Sugar would answer them with real life accounts. And
so it took me a little bit of talking to you to kind of realize the depth of the conversation, because like a lot of people, maybe I hear advice column and I go to Dear Abby or something a little bit more surface, and especially with a name like Dear Sugar, it sounds a little bit surface, but you delve into some pretty deep topics.
We do. I think the show covers a vast range of topics, from forgiveness and dealing with guilt to love, and Sugar covers a large part of her life, from childhood to being in high school to college to she talks about her marriages that she's been through, her children. It really covers the full human experience.
So you're Sugar. You, Abby, as you tried to explain it to me, you portray actually kind of a number of different letter writers. So it must be a challenge as an actor, because each of those letters was really written. So to pull their emotion out.
They're all real letters, but they're all very honestly written with a lot of emotion anyway. But the main struggle with it is just being truthful to the real human experiences going on there, and not like over dramatizing them, but also not, making them just devoid of life.
Sure. I would imagine the evolution of the first read with your rehearsal to now, and the show opens, by the way, when?
It opens
June 28th.
June
28th. Okay. So as you're continuing, you have a few days left to get ready. But the more you read those letters, do they feel more and more like your own words?
They do. Especially being memorized, they do. And just coming into that, I mean, once again, life of all of it, it becomes more real every single time.
We have lots of different ways to take in entertainment. And if you've ever been to a theater or you ever hear an actor talk, they'll say, I love all forms, but there's something special about the connection in a theatrical performance. This one's a little bit even more unique, Bethany, because it is intimate. Y'all are bringing the audience on stage.
Yes, that's something I love about this show, is the audience will be on stage with us and kind of in a U-shape, what we call a thrust setup. And that allows us to make the audience part of the show. So we get to be right up in their space, let them see the emotion, let them live with us because the play takes place in Sugar's living room. So it's like I have a bunch of people sitting in my living room with me. And that's my favorite kind of theater, getting to be up close and personal with the audience.
We kind of I think if you talk to anybody of any age and you said, what's the one thing you wish you had more of, an awful lot of us would say time. We're all very, very busy, and part of that busyness, I think, results that we don't stop and pause very long to just be still. It sounds like this is a show that kind of creates that for us in a way, because our minds are going to be free from clutter and just focus on emotion.
Yeah. And just living in one space, there's no scene changes or anything. We get to sit in a woman's living room and see her process things and see her write, which is very therapeutic for her, and see her have moments of reflection. And I think there's something in the show for everyone. In terms of topic, I think the audience will resonate with at least one, if not multiple, of the letters.
I love how you shared with me that Sugar herself, it was an anonymous column, so we don't know, at least I don't know, who Sugar really was, and her readers never really knew her identity. right?
She did reveal it eventually. I was a
Okay.
woman named Cheryl Strayed, and she was just a wife and a mom and a writer, but she did the column without being paid. And yeah, for years she was anonymous.
So often at Chattanooga State with shows, you get your tickets that day, and it's kind of first come, first serve seating. Is that how this one works?
So with Chattanooga State Repertory Theater, what we're going to try and do is have everybody come in, because all the tickets are free.
Okay.
But it is first come, first serve, and there are only 60 seats available.
How many shows are you doing?
3.
Just 3.
Just 3. And we have to wrap it up, but this is how impressive this is. So you, Bethany, went to school with Jennifer Arborgrass Wilson, and she left Chicago, where she lives, just for the chance to come down here and be
I
a part of
did.
this show. So that says a lot for how special it is. And you're about to head off to Utah
Yes.
to continue your studies. So thanks, both of you, for sparing some time this morning.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
It's Tiny Beautiful Things, June 28th and 29th, and then at Matinee on the 30th. It's free. Just get there, get your seat, and live life with them. Thanks.